Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am sat in my kitchen living room today because it's really windy and really dark outside and just felt brighter in here. Decided to have my coffee. This is my amazing new Leo mug. I've been wanting these mugs for ages because I just think they're so beautiful and artsy. I love things like this. I'm bringing you today Festive red lips. Hence the red jumper. I never wear red. Like, red is probably the one color that I steer away from the most, but it's actually such a beautiful color when you get the right red for you. What I want to do today is showcase a few different red lips that are different price ranges, which is great. So you've got something that's kind of on the lower end, something on the cheaper end of the scale, and then you've got something that's going to cost slightly more on the luxury end of the scale, and also how to balance out your makeup with it. I've got the smallest amount of my new favorite skin tint. This is the Eldridge Skin Enhancing Tint. I'm really loving this. This is like the slightest bit. I had to put some on because I had my skin resurfacing treatment last Friday. It's now Saturday, and my skin's looked great, like even with makeup on. But yesterday I did fake tan and I didn't realise that I've got some bits of peely skin that's coming off. And this is just to let everybody know, because I said it wasn't like an invasive treatment. It doesn't look obvious until I put the fake tan on. So I just shouldn't have done the fake tan, basically. Everything feels great other than that. Let's get on with a little bit of festive glam, ready for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the rest of this festive season. I am just going to build on this skin tint and then use concealer to get more coverage, but the feeling of this tint, I haven't showed you guys it yet because I've mentioned it in my favorites but not actually showcased it. This is the shade T10 and it's absolutely perfect for me, I think, all year round, and because it is a tint, but it's exactly what I want from a tint that makes your skin just look phenomenal, gives coverage, but also doesn't look like and doesn't feel really thick. Please excuse that patchiness on my forehead. That will hopefully balance out with concealer and bronzer. I've also had it on my cheeks, but it's not as obvious on the cheek areas. I've also been de-haired. I've had my eyebrows laminated, which I haven't done for a long time, and it feels really good to have had it done again. Upper lip threaded. I never get waxed because I don't like how it leaves the skin after. Concealer is obviously going to be my well and truly loved Vieve concealer. This is the Modern Radiance concealer in the shade Medium 5. I'm really enjoying this concealer at the moment. Only thing I will say is the packaging, a bit like my Huda Beauty one, it just gets really messy. I don't know if it's me or what, but so I'm gonna go all over with the concealer, and I'm using my Tropic Velvet Cushion blender. I absolutely love this. We want to look really glam on Christmas, but we also don't want to feel really heavy and caked. That's generally how I feel anyway. Obviously you can go ahead and do whatever kind of base you want with this. This will look really glam by the end, but I really want to show you guys how you can balance out wearing a red lip at Christmas time or any time, because for me, I don't like to have too much focus on too many areas. So when there's a bright or bold lip, I prefer for the eyes to be a lot more pared down. So I'm just going to show you the skin with concealer and the skin tint, and you can see what I mean. It's actually really flawless. You get a really nice soft glow. This does set in a little, so this is what I love about this tint. It doesn't look like stupidly shiny and glowy all day. I've got more natural light coming in on this side, so you can kind of see in more artificial light and then more natural light. This is obviously a soft light. My brows really don't need a lot doing to them since having them laminated, so what I'm going to do is just fill in those gaps with my absolute favorite eyebrow pencil at the moment. This is the MAC Pro Definer, very fine brow pencil in the shade Spiked. So Just want to fill all that in without doing too much. What I like to do is literally just draw little brow hairs in with this pencil. It's so easy to do. I'm gonna get my contour bronzing done slightly anyway first. This is with the Caia BB foundation stick. I'm really loving it at the moment. This is the shade 50W, and it just blends out so naturally and so easily. Again, I feel like it's quite foolproof. So really easy for any of us to use, and I use this even on like no makeup days, and it just blends into the skin like there's nothing there. Colour's perfect. I'm gonna do a bit on my cheeks, but I will be coming back into those later. Nose contour with this same product. This is perfect product for doing this. For me, I just really love this tone. I like quite a good contour on my nose. And then we're just gonna buff all of that out. I'm just gonna press in. When we get the rest of the makeup on, this will make so much more sense. Perfect. We will also do a little bit of lip contour, and I'm doing this with my Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer. I just feel like this one is really good for around the lips. Actually, it's just great for any of the contouring, to be honest. And the shades are literally in between contour and bronze, so they're not too cool tone and they're not too warm. But look how good that is around the lips. It's one of my all-time favorites. Love, love. Now that we have a rough little base, I'm gonna just show you what I like to do on my eyes when it comes to a red lip. And once again, it's gonna be very much basic, and then I can show you what I would do if I wanted to up the amp as well. I'm going to use my By Terry's bronzer, my new favorite thing. This is the shade Tan Bronze. It's just literally a really subtle matte buttery texture. I've already mentioned it a couple of times now on the channel, but it just is perfect for blending out without any patchiness. So I just want to create a really subtle, natural bit of shading on the eyes using my Tropic double-ended brush again. This is the Expert blending brush. I always forget the name of this. And I'm just going into the crease and into that inner nose contour as well. Then I'm going to get my Prada 05 brush. This is quite a big fluffy brush, and I use this just underneath. If you've been watching my channel and the way I do makeup, then you will know that this is like my must have when I'm doing a full face of makeup. I just feel like when you conceal under the eye, it can make it look really unnatural and close in the eyes. So I do like to bring that shadow back in. And I've said it before, but this is a great way to stop your concealer from creasing under the eyes, because you've almost kind of covered a lot of that under eye space anyway. This is literally the perfect way to create a look at home with what you already have. I think most of us have got a bronzer that we use all over our face. So yeah, it's so handy when you can just use your bronzer as your eyeshadow as well. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna literally finish the eye makeup look with my black Sweed Pro Lash Lift Mascara. Your options here are to add a false lash if you want to. You can really bulk up the lashes. You can actually even keep it so simple that you don't wear mascara. That gives me more kind of fashion editorial vibes when you have like the kind of soft eye without mascara, and then the bright red lip is just the main focus with the glossy skin. But we're doing festive vibes today, so, and who feels good without mascara? Not many of us. Although using Revitalash really does make you feel better without mascara. Like, you're fine without it, but if anyone doesn't believe in a lash serum, it really works, guys. I use Revitalash, I've said it before, but I have heard that UK Lash is also good. And I'm sure there's a lot more brands now that have created really amazing lash serums that can help treat your lashes so that they're nice and long and healthy. I always say using a lash serum is like doing a hair treatment. Like, we treat our hair. I do hair treatments weekly. Why would I not also treat my eyelashes the same way? And it really does work, because look. And this can honestly do the world of good to how you feel wearing a lot less makeup as well, because it almost just does the look. It does it for you. It glams up everything. And like I said, this mascara, oh, I just love it so much. It separates and really lifts and lengthens the lashes. It's a very small comb wand just on one side, so it is literally like using comb for your hair, but 3 lashes. I've got mascara all over my eyelid, but it's fine. I do this every time. Okay, so I've done brown mascara, the exact same mascara but in brown on bottom lashes, just because I wanted to keep the top lashes looking a little bit more prominent than the bottom. I am just going to go in with a little bit more concealer around the eyes. Just refresh the concealer after doing eye makeup to make it pop. And then I just want to blend that again. So I'm going to go back in with that little sponge. What's amazing about this velvet cushion is you don't need to dampen it. Like, it already feels constantly damp. It's such a beautiful sponge. All right, blend that. I'm going to use my current favourite blusher. This is the Caia blusher. I used this recently. This brand is Swedish, like Sweed. And I'm just really enjoying the tone for the winter. Easy to blend and so effective. And I really haven't stopped using it since I tried it the other day. It's also very important that your blusher doesn't overpower the red lip, because it does not look good when you've got 2 very clashy tones next to each other. So what I want to be wary of is just not overdoing the blush and just keeping it look seamless with everything else. Blend that all in together. I'm now going to use my By Terry's bronzer to kind of melt that all in and set it in together. This bronzer is phenomenal. Like, it's so soft and silky, very buttery to blend. I just kind of press it onto those cheekbones and I just feel like it looks really airbrushed. I do wish they did more shades in this. There is a darker shade which I need to get, but this is working great for me right now. I always take it down the neck. I'm constantly sniffling at the moment. I'm just gonna have a little sip of my coffee. Oh, so good, so good. I'm keeping it quite basic, guys, because this is a reality of the makeup that I would do on myself every day, that I do on myself every day, even if I am going to an event. Sometimes I'll spend a little bit longer, but generally this is kind of like my go-to and it doesn't take that long. So I'm setting with some powder. This is actually the Laura Mercier Ultra Blurring setting powder, and it's different to the classic one that we all know. It's much more finely milled. It feels like silk, and it's closer to my favorite love, the Givenchy powder that got reformulated, and it's not the same. This one just looks so beautiful, and it feels beautiful on the skin. I've got a little sample pot of it that I've been trialing because I've been on the search for powders ever since Givenchy messed that up. The Makeup by Mario one is really finely milled, but I just find for me it might be just a little bit too matte. It's not so great if you get dry areas as well. But this one feels a little bit more hydrating, and also the Tatcha powder. But again, there's not as many shades in any of these. My Huda Beauty Easy Bake is obviously the go-to, but it's a heavier, more kind of camera ready powder, shall I say. I mean, all powders are camera ready. That's really what they're great for. But yeah, I'm really liking the softness and how lightweight this one is. I'm just going to powder around the mouth because we will be doing a red lip. And let's just get a little in this central forehead area, even though I do quite like that area looking shiny. It still does. Still get a little glow coming through, don't we? I've got peely bits of skin on my forehead. It's looking a bit weird, but it's fine. We roll with it. I would normally use my Charlotte Tilbury little glow wand along with that blusher. So that's also a great shout if you want even more of a glow to the cheeks. But this is kind of like a really soft, easy base to create before using a red lip. Let's do my little beauty spots. So I'm bringing my little chin one back out, and I'm actually doing my favorite little face one I like to add in. Sometimes my makeup just doesn't feel complete without that now. It's become part of me. Maybe I should get it permanently put there. I've got way too used to it. Or maybe I'm just doing too much. But I do love this with a red lip. It gives me Marilyn Monroe vibes. I use Freck for my faux freckles and beauty spots. This is the darker one. I do prefer the lighter one, which is a black tube, but they were sold out at the time, so I just got this, and it's lasted me so much longer because it's so dark. You don't need a lot at all. Do you feel a bit lost without too much of a glow to the cheeks? I do just want to put a bit of Peach Gasm by Charlotte Tilbury on there to just try and bring a bit of that sheen back. Yeah, that is more me. I just can't, guys. I don't know how people do completely matte skin. For me, you look alive, you look radiant, you look well, and you look younger when you wear that little bit of a glow. I get if you've got scarring and you don't want to have too much texture on your cheeks, but there's still a way of adding like a glow to your skin without it looking like highlight central. All of my highlighty glowy products are cream based. I don't even love the liquid ones that have got the like the iconic on the cheekbones. I feel like that needs to be an underlayer, and it's only suitable for certain people, otherwise it can look way too much. But yeah, I'm really a fan of like cream based highlights for the face because it looks like your lip from within, or just your skin looks like fresh and glowy rather than it looking like you've got a glitter highlighter added onto your face. Okay, so our base is pretty much done. We've got a really nice soft bit of blush. We don't want it to look crazy because the lip is going to be the focus of this whole look. So let's get straight into the lip combos. I'm going to start at the lowest end of pricing, so the cheapest up to the most luxury. First combo I'm going to use is this Rimmel. I just got sent these Rimmel products. So this shade is Matilda Labbra. Such a weird name, but that's the lip liner I'm going to use. And we're going to use the Thrill Seeker Glassy Gloss to give you a more glossy, I'd say softer red lip. So this is your lower end of the scale. Lip liner is actually really nice and it glided on really easily. Gonna use this Thrill Seeker gloss in the shade Frosted Berry. Oh, so pretty. Literally does look like a frosted berry. That's your first look. If you're looking for a beautiful glossy bright red lip, then you can use this. There is also some deeper shades in this, so that could also work for you. Next combo I'm going to use is my Caia combo, but instead I'm going to use a deeper, more browny lip liner with the blusher that I used on my cheeks. I'm really loving that on the lips. So this is the shade Velvet Brown. The blusher in the shade Soft Burgundy. Okay, I literally just thought I filmed that last lip colour, me talking about it, but basically I was saying that it's a much softer, easier look to wear if you are someone who doesn't usually wear a bright red lip. So good option if you want to try something different, but still keep it quite neutral. Next two shades are probably going to be more of the kind of reds, if I'm going to wear a red, that I love. They're much bolder, they are slightly higher end, so the pigments in these are stunning, and I just feel like if you want that classic kind of bold red look, they look great. This combo is Huda Beauty's Rich Brown Lip Liner with the shade Lady Bold by Too Faced. These lipsticks are stunning. Like, they're so creamy, but they sit really nicely. Little lip combo that I've done is an ombre red lip, which I love to do. Just gonna go back in with the lip liner. The reason I've gone back in with that lip liner is because I really want to create like that velvet effect. This is why I love a ombre lip with red. I feel like it can really give you that velvet kind of rose effect. I'm just gonna show you a little bit close up because that's so pretty. Okay, so the final red lip combo is going to be Gucci. This shade is Odalie Red. So I did decant this into my kit, so the amount that's left is like a flat amount that I can put on myself, but it comes in the most beautiful packaging. And I'm going to use a real classic lip liner. This is my Cherry lip liner by MAC. So there's a thing about these two shades. Cherry is more of a blue toned red, so you'll get a slight kind of pinky undertone to this, whereas this red has got more of an orangey undertone, which is what I love. But together it will work quite well as a combination to create a nice bold red lip. Guys, this is the most classic red lip liner you will ever have. You could even colour in your whole lip with your red lip liner. That gives extra staying power. Actually, I'm going to do that. This is a great way to have a really long wearing red lip. I'm going to top that now with my Gucci Odalie Red. And there we have like a really bold, this is a bright kind of more neon red, which is the kind of red that I always used to wear. If you also want to try and make this a little bit more of an ombre red, I'm going to show you how. And I'm going to go in with my Caia Cosmetics Velvet Brown Lip Liner, just show you how we can warm that up. And it will tone down that like pop of red that you're seeing. This does set down into a more kind of soft matte lipstick. You can see it's just kind of toned down that initial like really bold, bright red that you see when you look straight at it. I'm also going to show you, because we've kept it really pared down with the eye makeup. If you do want to wear a little bit more makeup with your lip, you can either do a classic wing, like a classic flick like I've been doing a lot lately, or you can do a really soft blended out liner with a pencil or with shadow. I just wouldn't go for really bold, dark, glittery eyes when you've got a bright lip. You want to kind of balance it out so it doesn't look too much. I'm gonna change my top real quick just so you can see how different things look, so it's not like too much all in one go, but this is it with a beautiful red top. I'm going to show you now with a black top. I'm sorry guys, red lip with a black outfit is such a classic. Hair back, oh, hair back, hair up, hair down, hair wavy, whatever you want to do. My hair's looking really flat when it's down like this, so I'm not used to it, but that is it as is. I'm going to show you with a winged liner, so we're just upping the game with this look now and turning it into a little bit more of a glam look. This is literally the quickest liner I'm doing, so it's not going to be perfect. Let's neaten that up. You've still got that balance then, it doesn't look too much, very much Marilyn Monroe vibes. So there we have it, slightly upped the game with a black liner. I think wearing a black top with red lip just takes away from it being too much, but it still works with a red top as well. But there we have it, ultra festive red lip. So I hope this has been fun and interesting, because I just wanted to show you different ways you can wear a red lip, what it looks good with, and how to balance it out with the rest of your makeup without it looking too overpowering. Like I said, this is probably my maximum eye makeup that I would do with a red lip. It does also look really nice with a sultry kind of like blended out kind of a liner look that's focused around the lash line, but nothing too crazy. Hope you've enjoyed seeing me with a different color lip, because I know I'm always a neutral gal. Sending you lots of love over the festive season. We've got just a few days until Christmas. That is my pathetic attempt at having a bit of a Christmas tree in this new flat. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. I know a lot of you don't always like and comment, and a lot of you don't have accounts from what I'm hearing on YouTube, but every little bit of support that you are showing, and every time you comment or like or share with anyone, it really helps this channel grow. I know I'm new and I'm not as consistent or have the best kind of setup as I would like, but it's kind of like a slow process, isn't it, with YouTube? But I hope you've enjoyed. Have an amazing Christmas. I will see you in the new year.